Australia have drawn first blood on the fourth morning of the World Test Championship. Bavuma gone caught by Carey off the bowling of who else? The Australian captain, Pat Cummins. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final morning of the 2025 World Test Championship final with the match in the balance. Jesus over the wicket bowls to Markram, who is solid. Stubs should say Markram got a single just now. Markram is at 106. Stubs has only faced one delivery. That delivery just now. South Africa 218 for 3, needing another 64. But this is South Africa, and they can choke. It's been a pleasure having you, Envoy. Hard point. Envoy 0.5 odd point is asking, is this the moment? Our South African friend. 2 slips goes down. Azawood bowls to Stubs. Taken on the pad. Stifled appeal. That one going down the leg side. The score remains 218 for 3. And this is a tense morning for South Africa. I appreciate your company as always. Looking forward to your comments. Is this the moment, said Envoy? Will it be the moment when South Africa, after all those stories over the year, from 1992, who forget the 23rd of April, 1992, as Stubs is solid in defense as he blocks that one and played it back to the bowler, and there is no run. 218 for 3, South Africa. I know, almost the entire cricket world, I think, is cheering for South Africa, cheering for the underdog. This is upsetting the apple cart if they should win. The status quo doesn't want South Africa to win. So, as our good friend Envoy said, come on, gentlemen, we're almost there. Azawood bowls to Stubs, and Stubs looked comfortable as he played that one to mid-on, and there is no run. Bavuma was always struggling, and he gets a lovely delivery from the Australian captain to captain, knocking him over. And to be fair, if we are looking at the game from yesterday, look how Hussein Ben. They don't want South Africa to win, They don't want South Africa to win. Who do you want to win? I realize that 80% of you said South Africa. Azawood bowls to Stubs, and Stubs is solid in defense. He played it out to the cover, and there is no run. I was making the point that, in all honesty, at no time during that innings from the South African captain, Temba Bavuma, did he look comfortable, because he's carrying an injury and it would have hampered his movement. And yesterday he was dropped on 2, but he rallied and made 65. And this morning he was unable to add to his score. And so, good knock from the South African captain, Temba Bavuma. I'm sure that he will want to climb those steps at Lord's to lift that trophy. Those same steps that the great Clive Lyde would have climbed those many years ago in 1975. Cummins bowls to Markram, is solid in defense. He needs to get him on the front foot, as he just blocked that one from the crease, just standing tall and block it from the crease. Envoy, I'm so proud of this team. There's no stars. There's a team. Everyone steps up when needed. So it's going to be very interesting. I know you are worried, Envoy. Those comments are from Envoy. Please remember to like the video. Balls driven out. Oh, no, sorry. False alarm. I saw that ball seamed away as he went into the drive. Kawaja having a laugh. He's having a laugh. You know, I know that they are being reminded of the 2000 and the World Cup. Which year was that World Cup again? I know the Australians are reminding them with the young man. What's his name? Lance Klusner. They are being reminded of that World Cup in 2003. Off the back foot goes Markram and he cracks it down to the boundary for 4. That will secure South African nerves. 110 he goes up to now, 60 more needed as South Africa climbs to 222 for 3. It's off the back foot and he cracks it away. Lovely shot there by Markram. So as South Africa, just 60 away now. Australia not giving up though. Cummins to Markram and he's solid in defense. 222 for 3. Needing another 60 runs to win. That was a lovely shot. Any room, any width. And the South Africans are punching on it. As Cummins, the Australian captain, 1 for 44 from his 12.4 overs. There are 2 slips backward point, extra cover mid-off, and a sweep on the cover boundary. Cummins comes in, bowls to Markram, and he's solid in defense as he played this one back down the pitch to mid-off, who field, and there is no run. One delivery to come in over number 61 by Australia. Markram is on 110. Stubs yet to score, but he looks solid though. Stubs really looks solid. And you get the feeling that the South Africans are not in that panic mood like the 23rd of April 1992. Cummins over the wicket, bowls to Markram. Markram is solid in defense as the Australian captain zone in on those stumps. And he's a solid block. 222 for 3 at the end of over number 61. We are reminding them of the sandpaper. Don't worry. Okay. That's a good one. Yes, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a very, very good one. That's a very good one, Envoy. I love that one. That's an absolutely good one. Yes, will the Giants tamed? You know, a win for South Africa today will really, really upset the apple cart. Azud comes in, bowls to Stubs, and Stubs comes forward inside portion of the bat out to mid-wicket, and there is no run. The score remains at 222 for 3. We are reminding them of Sandpaper Gate. Sandpaper Gate. They are being reminded of the World Cup. You know, I think they have been reminded of 1992 more than 2000. Was it 2007? Yeah, they are reminded 2002. There were so many things. The Lance Klusner World Cup was 2003 in Sri Lanka, right? Something like that. But they have been reminded of a lot of things. They have probably even been reminded of the 2020, of last year T20 World Cup. They have probably even been reminded of that. They are probably even being reminded of the 2023 World Cup semifinals. So, a lot of things. And you know they are telling them. Stubbs is off the mark, nonetheless, 223 for 3 after 61.2 overs. Markram is on 110. Stubbs on 1. I almost said West Indies 223 for 3. You know, Jesus comes in, bowls to Markram, who's solid in defense. These Australian bowlers are hitting the penny, I think Michael Douglas' father, Andre, used the term relentless. They are relentless. They're hitting the money. They're zoning in on that good length, just about half stump, and allowing the pitch to do the rest. They are hitting the seam, and they are hitting the seam hard. They are not giving up here. And the South Africans are not, they're going to pounce on anything, Ace Wood to Markram, and Markram look to turn this away into the onside, wide of the man at mid-on, and they will go through for a single, one more to the total. 58 needed. And that runs is going down and down and down all the time. And I'm sure Envoy is holding his nerves. Envoy, would love to hear from some of your friends in South Africa, Envoy. Let them tune in. We'll be very, very happy to hear from them. We'll be very happy to hear from them. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. We are here for the World Test Championship final. Azud over the wicket, bowls to Stubs, and Stubs forward and played it to mid-off, and there is no run. 224 for 3 after 61.5. 224 for 3. What would be the implication for that West Indies series if Australia lose this World Test Championship final? It would be carnage, They'll be coming at us very, very hard with that in the back of their mind. Oh, by the way, the Cricket Forum, did you see, let's bowls to Stubs, who played it again out into the onside. There's a big gap in the onside. It's a 6-3 field. They have a mid-on, but then they have a deep mid-wicket and a man on the backward square leg boundary. And so it's a big gap in the onside. Once the South African can get it, very strange tactics here by the Australian, but I guess they know what they're working with. They are leaving that gap there for them to try to turn it into the onside. 225 for 3 at the end of the over, though. Markram is on 111. He's on Nelson, and Stubbs is on 2. And I'm sure the Australian will be telling him that he's on Nelson. Although I think they would be prefer if he was on 87. Oh, by the way, Cricket Forum, did you see Kieran Pollard at 6 that broke the window? When was that? Last night? No, what I saw last night is from Kieran Pollard being stupidly run out. I mean, he took and, those are the things that happen to West Indians, because we are so laid back. Oh, my Lord. That run out last night was laughable is an understatement, man. It was ridiculous. Cummins bowls to Stubbs, who is solid in defense. He brought him on the front foot there, and there is no run. That last night was run out last night. To say it was ridiculous, to say it was laughable, or any one of those words is like, it was an understatement, The man played the ball into the onside and walked for a singer. I never see this. Wow. The man played the ball in the onside and just walked for a singer. Cummins comes in bowls. Is beaten outside the arch stump. Stubbs there as he got him squared up on the crease, and the ball seamed away, but it never carried to the keeper. That's what he's looking to do. Look, he squared him up, and the ball seamed away and bounced. Did it hit the edge? And no, it doesn't look like it hit the edge to me, but it was a good delivery. That run out was legendary, said Envoy. I was trying to imagine what the coach would say to him. Well, I don't know. I think they're going to drop him. Driven by Stubbs to mid-off. No run. The score remains at 225 for 3. He actually threw the match away last night because of his I don't know what you call that last night. You played the ball to mid-on, not even to mid-on. You played it to a short mid-wicket and you walk a singer and expect that you are so big. And I wonder if it's because he's so big, he think that persons are afraid of him and they won't try to run him out. I wonder, because what was going through his mind? That was a brain freeze. Cummins to Stubs, and he clicked this off his pad. Work for square leg and long leg. They should get at least 2. They're going to push hard for 3. They are coming. No, they stay on 2. 227 now for 3. Markram is on 111. Stubs is on 4. The target now has shrunk to 55 more needed. I don't know. I would drop him. You know. Oh man, that was incredible. You have to drop a man who behaves like that, because he clearly thought that he's bigger than the cricket. Why he does something like that? He thought that he's bigger than the cricket. He was the laughing stock of the night. Cummins over the wicket, balls to Stubs, and Stubs is solid in defense. 227 for 3. This is high class bowling, high quality batting. But I always said, good batsmen can bat good bowling. You know, good batsmen can bat good bowling. So, yes, it's either great deliveries that get wicket or bad deliveries. But if a good batsman is always going to bat good bowling, because he would have grown up on good bowling. Cummins comes in, bowls to Stubs, and he's solid in defense again, looking for the singer, not on. And the score remains at 227 for 3 at the end of over number 63. 227 for 3, South Africa. Just 55 runs away now. Well, you're hoping that Bedingham don't bat. Well, Envoy, I would not mention Bedingham, because for you to say you have Bedingham to come, it sounds like you're probably fretting. You have to say that these two are going to carry it home, and that's how you stay confident. The Oklahoma Thunder won last night, coming from behind. It's good to see they coming from behind in the fourth quarter to win, because the 2 matches that they lost, they were leading in the fourth quarter, and the Pacers came from behind to win. So the series, the NBA final, is tied at 2-2, heading back to Oklahoma. So interesting, the NBA final. Leroy Williams, good morning to you. Happy to have you here, man. Appreciate your company. So Jesus, one slip now, comes in, bowls to Markram clip this to mid-wicket, and there is no run. So they take out a slip and put in a mid-wicket. Otherwise, that would have been a single. So that's why I thought the field was interesting. With you have a deep backward square leg, a deep mid-wicket, and just a mid-on. And the South Africans were just chipping away at the total by just nudging the ball into deep mid-wicket and not into mid-wicket and getting a run. So the field have changed. So they have one slip. They still have the deep backward square leg, or some would say fine leg. So what they have now is a fine leg and a deep backward square leg. Hazelwood over the wicket. One slip goes down, bowls to Markram, who is solid in defense. The score remains at 222 for 7. Good morning, Cricket Forum. Good morning to you, SOS Music Labor. Are you doing a watch-along later this morning? Ireland versus West Indies second T20. Yes, I will do, but I heard that there's an 85% chance of rain. After this match, I'm heading to a farm. I hope I may not catch the start of the match, but once there's no rain, Jesus to Markram, and Markram squared up there. It comes off the top outer portion of the bat, and it goes out into the offside. And for a moment there, I thought it struck him on the pad, but Or did it? Let's see. Let's look at the replay. I'm sure that was off the bat. Yes, it was off the bat. It could have gone anywhere. So once West Indies is playing in a T20 match, unless they are mitigating circumstances, I will cover it. Man or woman, they have to be mitigating circumstances. Jesus bowls to Markram, and Markram is forward, and he drives to mid-off, and there is no run. So there's a slip, a backward point, cover, a mid-off, a sweep on the cover boundary. So that's 5 on the offside. There's a mid-on, there's a mid-wicket, there's a backward square leg, a deep backward square leg, and a fine leg. More round to long leg, more round to 45. So that's the field. So, envoy. Here comes Azud, bowls to Markram, and he's solid in defense. 222 for 7. Good morning to you, Sheldon. Good morning to you. Happy to have you here. I hope you vote SOS Music Labour. You are saying that South Africa will win the Test Championship. So I hope you'd have placed your vote. Please remember, everyone, to slash a like on the video and click on if you have not yet subscribed, please click on that subscribe button and share the feed with your friends. So 25% of persons believe that Australia will win. So it's very interesting. 25% believe that Australia will win. The one slip goes down. Azud over the wicket, bowls to Markram, who's solid in defense. The 5th made over of the South African innings have just been completed. 64 overs bowled, 222 for 3, 227 for 3 South Africa, needing a further 55 runs to win. So really tense morning here in cricket. Yes, a good SOS Music Labour. I'm glad that you have voted. People would say silly. But, I would have sent the number 11 in front of Stubs. Yes, I would send the number 11 in front of Stubs and I would send him as a pinch hitter. Because, you see, if the number 11 gets out, he gets out. That's the number 11. But you can imagine if he gets away 4 or 5 boundary. Cummins bowls, play that back down the pitch, and the 12th man stopped it from passing. Well done, 12th man. So the Australian will be happy for the 12th man as Stubs plays that back down the pitch, and the 12th man stopped it. The score remains 227 for 3 in over number 66. Would have gotten at least 2 runs there, but the 12th man stopped it. Over number 65, should say. So the South African have played this well from the 65 overs in a test match on the 5 maiden. Cummins over the wicket, bowls, and that one's off the back foot. He punched it wide of the man at mid-off, and there is no run. The score remains at 227 for 3. Stubs stay on 4, Markram, and 111. Cummins in his 15th over, 1 for 46. He has been relentless. Hey, the Cricket Forum, we done you all a favor. Simit might be injured for the first test against the West Indies. Yeah, Rabada hedging that ball, and Simit under the helmet had slipped, dislocated a finger. So could be. Yes, maybe. Yes. Cummins bowls, forward comes Stubs. Played it out to extra cover, no run. 227 for 3 after 64.3. At Rabada, yes, not rigid. And guided through his batting is interesting. No, 10, Rabada, yes. Yeah. Oh, Rabada. I would prefer to send Ngidi because, if he outs, but then if he gets away 3-4 boundary, It would be very interesting. Cummins bowls down the pad, clipped away. There's a Stiford appeal. They're going to review this. He came across his crease, but I think he got some inside edge onto it. The square leg said pad. Very interesting. Let's see what, as Australia use up all their review. They have gone for it. So they have gone for the review. So what happened here? Have Australia used up all their review? They have gone for it? Australia review clearly going down the leg side. That one probably even hit him outside the leg stump. It would be a miracle for that one to hit the stump. That's a desperate. It's good to see this from Australia. Desperate review that. That's a desperate review. The Australia coaching staff is saying, oh, Cummins is desperate. I believe West Indies will whitewash Australia 3-0. I must remind you that, and this is, let's watch this. It is, and that shows that the Australians are panicking. Wow. Yeah, it was a panic review. So, SOS Music Labour is saying that I believe, and these are not the opinions of the Cricket Forum. This is SOS Music Labour opinion, better known as Darren Sammy Attorney. Yes. Cummins comes in now, bowls to Markram. He's up, bowls Markram, pulls down to mid-wicket for 4. Oh, the fielder comes around, but he gave up the chase. 4 more, 115. 115 now, and 232 for 3, and exactly 50 needed. Shot by Cummins, pulled away by Markram, and he's off the dreaded Nelson. And so SOS Music Labour, better known as Darren Sammy Attorney. Brandon King will do a serious damage in this series. You all can say so. Cummins bowls to Markram, is solid in defense, played it back down the pitch. End of over number 65. South Africa, 232 for 3, needing 50 to win. You know, SOS Music Labour still, thank you very much, good morning. SOS Music Labour still don't know me, you know, he still doesn't understand me, and he think that by calling a Jamaican name, Brandon King, his intention is to bottom me up to get me to agree with him, because he's saying that King is going to do the damage. And that's why I probably make some of the comments that he made. But SOS Music Labour, I'm not like you. I am about West Indies cricket, not about Jamaican cricket. Not about because the man is from my country, I'm going to be lenient to him. I'm not like you. I'm not like that, you know. And I know this is cheap. This is primary school, well, basic school level psychology are using SOS Music Labour. I'm a far above that SOS Music Labour. He wants to introduce Brandon King name into the conversation and open that by introducing Brandon King name into the conversation. He will get me to agree with what he's saying, you know. Well done, Sammy Attorney. You know, our bowling attack will also destroy the Aussies. No more grind ball cricket under the best coach in the Caribbean. No problem there, SOS Music Labour. Our bowling attack is good. Is it as relentless as the Australian one? No. But is it good? Yes, it is good. We see signs of Shamar Joseph coming back to his best in that AT match. He did bowl well, especially in the first innings. You will look at his figures and said, I think he only got 1 wicket. And you say that, well, he got 1 wicket. So how did he bowl well? And that's why sometimes you have to watch the cricket and just don't take up the book. But he was relentless. Changing the bowling attack. Lions, over the wicket, comes in, bowls, and he gets some turn, but Stubs watch it onto the face of the bat, played it to me down, no run. And that's why sometimes you have to watch the cricket. And that's why sometimes you just can't go by the data alone. Because on another day, in another innings, Shamar Joseph would have probably get 3 or 4 wickets comfortable, or even 5, but he was relentless in that match. There were so many nick that went for 4 inside edge and all of that. Outside the half stump, Stubs pushed at a wide one. Well bowled Lions. He tossed it up outside the half stumps. And why? And this is, is he getting nervous? Because why you need to defend from out there? Why you need to defend the ball that is that wide? I could understand if he flash at it. Poor shot there. Yeah. Forward comes Stubs. And Envoy saying, shot Markram. Oh, yeah, that was some time ago. Yes, yeah, that was a lovely pull shot to go up to 150. And I love the spirit, Envoy. You must declare. Oh, no, I'm going. Tell me who you are. I know you have voted, but when you vote, I don't know who you vote. I don't know who you vote for. So you can put who you vote for in the chat. That's better, Stubs, as he just rock back, allows the half break to turn into him and force it back down the inside of the pitch, and there is no run. I am going for South Africa. I really want South Africa to win. 50 more needed. I think that if they, so tell me who you are. Lions to Stubs to block this back down the offside, and there is no run. One more delivery to come in over number 66. Will this be the 6th made over of the innings, or will Stubs able to pinch a single? Markram is on 115. Lions to Stubs, and Stubs turned this into the onside, and yes, he pinched a single, and there it remained only 5 made overs. 49 needed, so they got it below 40 now. 49. I said, Sir Carlton, I'm serious about Brandon King performance. I'm from Tobago. My interest is Asia, West Indies cricket, said SOS Music Labor. So thank you very much, SOS Music Labor. Listen, my man. I hope and wish Brandon King the best. Just like the rest of the West Indies team, and the pressure that Sammy would have placed on him by saying that he has a specific role to play. So I really hope and wish them the best. And I would be happy if West Indies win a test match against Australia. I would be happy. That would be very beneficial and make me very happy. And so I'll be happy. SOS Music Labor, better known as Darren Sammy Attorney. Ken Roy Smith, South Africa for the win. Thank you. So yes, so please tell me in the chat who you are bringing to win. More than 75% of you think that South Africa is going to win, would have voted for South Africa to win. So please tell me in the chat, like Ken Roy Smith said, they will never choke today. What a choke this would be, 49 with 7 wickets in hand. They would never win another tournament if they choke today. Eh? Well, 84% of you are saying that South Africa will win. So only 16% now is saying that. Please slash a like on the video. Please click on that thumbs up button. Stark round the wicket. The left arm seamer bowls outside the half stump. Stubs cuts and misses as it goes through to the keeper. And there is no run. So please slash a like on the video. Only 9 likes, man. I know it's not West Indies playing, but we are still here, don't we? Yes, so we are still here. So please slash a like on the video. It's good to slash a like, and we are communicating. So show you some love. So please tell me, who would you like to win this match? Definitely South Africa for me. There are 2 slips, backward point, cover mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, Starks, round the wicket, bowls to Stubs, who played it to backward point, and there is no run. Well, that's cover point. So let me see the field. It's better, it's cover point. So 2 slips, You could say a first slip and then there's a gap. You could say probably a third, fourth slip or a gully if you choose. Then there's a cover point, there's a cover, there's a mid-off and a mid-on, and a mid-wicket. That's the closing field. Starks, the big burly left-arm seamer. He has gotten 2 wickets in this innings thus far. He's round the wicket, balls pitched up, played away to the man at cover point who has to move backward of point, and he field, and there's no run. 233 for 3. King Nelson, how are you, man? Good morning to you. I also believe Carter will do well. Also, Warrican will do damage with his spin bowling. He has a lot more variation. Plus, he mixes up his pace nicely to suit playing conditions. Thank you for your comment, SOS Music Labor. So, 49 more needed. 233 for 3. Starks round the wicket. Bowls pitched up, driven down the inside of the pitch by Stubs. And the score remains at 233 for 3 as mid-on field. This is where South Africa make me nervous, said Michael Douglas. Whenever they bring the game to a point where you believe no way they could lose from here, said Michael Douglas. Well, I'm telling you, if they lose this one, they will win nothing more for the rest, for perpetuity. Nothing more. They will never win another world tour. Well, they have never won one. Starks round the wicket to Stubbs, drive to cover, no run. The score remains at 233 for 3. 1 to coming over number 67. Michael Douglas, boy, I don't think they can mess this one up. No way. No way can South Africa mess this one up. Can they? No, I don't think so. No way, man. No, absolutely no way. Can you imagine if they mess this one up? Both sides have a good bowling attack, and that's what makes the match so interesting. I think Keith Smith is referring to this match. Yes, both teams' bowling attack are good. Starks round the wicket, bowls to Stubbs, and Stubbs defend the 6th made over of the South African innings. They need 49 to win. Lions will pick it up from the... Which end is Lion bowling from? But he'll be bowling to Markram. So too Ken Rice Smith, both teams' bowling attack are good. How would West Indies bowling attack compare to if these two attacks are 9 out of 10? If these two attacks are 9 out of 10, where will West Indies attack falls? How much would you give West Indies attack? If South Africa lose this, the whole squad must stay in England and not come home. And what a thing that Envoy is threatening. Are you threatening the squad, Envoy, for safety purpose? No, I think that he said that in jest. He doesn't mean that. He doesn't mean that. It's a sport banter. I think he said that in jest. Lions comes in off. Oh, that one came back, and Markram looking to give himself room, and it came back and he got his bat down on it just in time. 233 for 3. No damage done. Who is in the West Indies bowling attack? I would have liked Bavuma to get 100. Yeah, but he was always struggling though. No time during that 65 did he look comfortable. Lions bowls to Markram. Markram is onto the front foot. Lions and the penny, and he blocked it down the inside of the pitch. 233 for 3. So I said, who is in the West Indies bowling attack? The 3 seamers plus Warrican. You know, the 3 seamers. Lions comes in, bowls to Markram, and Markram drive, and it peels off the outside edge to the relief of the South African, and they come back for 2. Thank you very much, Mrs. Brown. I appreciate it. Nice warm cup of chocolate. Thank you very much. Yes, so I would go with the three seamers. Envoy, I want you to watch that young man named Yuan Alain. He's good. King Nelson said, come on, guys, gives us some credit for the way they have played. It would be good for them to get over the line. Would be a well-deserved win, said King Nelson. Okay, King Nelson, you never told us you were joining from South Africa, man. I thought you were just a West Indian fan, a fan of the channel, waking up and just enjoying the watch-along and the banter. As that one is forced off the back foot by Stubs, by Markram, who remains at 117. 235 for 3, Stubs and 5, Markram and 117. One delivery to coming over number 68. Let's watch Lions. A slip on a forward shot leg is into Markram, who turn it away into the man at mid-wicket, and there is no run. 235 for 3 at the end of over number 68. Markram and 117, Stubs and 5. So King Nelson said, come on, guys, give us... But why would you say that, though, King Nelson? Like I said, come on, guys. Come on, man. I don't think you need to... Because everyone is giving South Africa credit. I don't see anyone posting the chat as yet that they want Australia to win, although 16% of the respondents. So why do you need to say, come on? Why? I don't know. Nice hot cup. Here is Michelle Stark. 2 slip. A first slip and a fourth slip. Bowls to Stubs, and Stubs played it out of cover point, and there is no run. 235 for 3. $235 for 3. Good morning again, everyone. 6 out of 10 said Ken Rice-Smith for the West Indies bowling because they lack consistency. Starks bowls to Stubs, and Stubs is comfortable in behind that one. Once he bowls that length, it's always going to be easy for them to play. It's always going to be easy for them to play. He has to get him on the front foot. As 6 out of 10 said Kenroy. West Indies, for West Indies bowlers, because they lack consistency. All right. What's your grade? You know, if these bowling attack are 9 out of 10, how would you grade West Indies? Starks round the wicket bowls. The batsman played it down to mid-on. That stops, and there is no run. So intent there shown by Stubs as he looks to turn that one. He looks to get some runs. He just was just sitting there. Markram is in a zone. You can see it by the way he celebrated his 100 yesterday, said Envoy. And so they are packed in here at Lords, you know, because even when I just got up, because I got up when I think was during the first over. When I got up and saw it was 4:31 Jamaica time, the match would have started already. Starks bowls to Stubs, who steer this away down to the sweep on the cover boundary. One more to the total. It's 236 for 3. So, you know, Australia playing this tight. They have a sweeper. Yes, and why not? Why don't have a sweeper? So, interesting, Ken Rice-Smith, 6 out of 10 above average. So, if South Africa... Sheldon Smith, give me your ratings, man. I know that you are good at these things. You know, here is Starks. Stark should say, round the wicket, to Markram. He's in balls to Markram, who pulls away. Down back with a square leg. Work for the fine leg fielder. He's going to catch up with it just inside the boundary. Sends the return in. The South Africans are back comfortable for 2. The score now goes up to 239. Should that be 239? Or 237. They already put the score on the board quickly. So that was short. And he had no intention of keeping it down. He just wanted to make sure that he cleared the infield, because knowing that was only one man out there. And he got it away, got 2 more. 237 for 3. 1 delivery to come for the drinks break. And South Africa would be wanting to survive this over. They only got 1. Starks to Stubs, and Stubs drive down the ground to mid-off. They go through for a quick single, unnecessarily so, and he dived. He played to mid-off and run. Oh, this is panic mode now from South Africa. 238 for 3 at the drinks break. And they would be happy that they have gone through that hour without much alarm. If you told them that they would have lost 1 wicket in the first hour of play, they would have taken that. I don't think that they care too much about the runs, because what they would have achieved is that they would have seen off the first 2 Australian bowlers for only the loss of 1 wicket. And the reason why the Australian bowlers like Cummins never bowl a 5-6 over spell or even a 7 over spell is the 4th day of the match. They are getting tired. They are human beings. And so you can see that it's our job well done. Based on our bowling performance in the test cricket for the last year, our bowling is very good. Yeah, what I'm saying, SOS Music Labour, Darren Sammy Attorney, what grade would you give them? If you give this Australian and South African bowling lineup 9 out of 10, how much would you give the West Indies bowling lineup? This is the revenge for 1999, 2007, and 2023, said Envoy. The Australian would be out there saying, and they'll be talking to themselves, but they'll be talking and ensuring that the South African hear. And they'll be saying to themselves, when is the choking going to start? At what stage? Are they going to start choking with 20 runs to go? Okay, so it's all right now. By the time they reach 20, that's when the choking is going to start. All right. Okay. And they'll be saying things like those to let the South African hear it. So they're not going to give off a sense of desperation. They're going to say, oh, we still have 25 runs to play with, man. They're not going to start choke until they need about 20. And they're going to be pretending to be talking to themselves, but they're going to make sure that the South African batsmen hear it. So they're going to say, no, man, when they reach about 262, 262, that's when they're just going to throw. They're going to collapse. They're going to panic. Their knee going to buckle. They're not going to know what hit them. So we still have 24 more runs to do it. So let's just relax, gentlemen. There's no panic here. There's no panic. This is they'll be saying something. They will be reminding the South Africans that they are chokers. Yes, they will be. Definitely will be reminding them that they are chokers. So Stubs, he's on 7. He will take strike from Lions. Markram on 118. Here's Lions now. 1 slip and a forward short leg over the wicket. Bowls to Stubs, and Stubs turn it away into mid-wicket. for a single down to the man on the deep mid-wicket boundary. The target goes down by 1, so 43 more needed. Who would you give the man of the match award? So I really want to wait until probably about 10 runs leave, because it's not over until it's over. I want South Africa to win, but when about, it would be interesting to do a poll, but you don't want to do a poll and then South Africa choke, because when all is said and done, you have that at the back of your mind, So they are playing this over well thus far. They got 2 singles thus far in this over, and that's what they need to do. Slip on a forward short leg. Stubs reaches out to a wide delivery and drive it to mid-off. He needs to allow those to go through, Kenroy Simmet said Markram man of the match. Rabada got 9 wickets. Markram make a ducks in the first innings. He reverse sweep and that one turned down the leg side. Why Stubs need to play that shot? I can understand why he couldn't go back to South Africa envoy. Thank you, Leary Williams. I appreciate the kind compliments. Well, that's better from Stubs as he goes deep in his crease and played it to mid-wicket, and there is no run. 42 more runs needed. Stubs is on 8. South Africa 240 for 3. 240 for 3. Lions over the wicket. Balls to Stubs, and Stubs is forward. And that one turned between bat and pad through to the keeper. Oh, wow. And it goes to 119 for Markram, 8 for Stubs, 240 for 3 between bat and outside edge. He was beaten on the outside edge. I thought it came between bat and pad. Man of the match said Leroy Williams, the captain. Interesting choice, Leroy Williams. Very interesting choice. Sheldon Smith said Rabada for man of the match. Yeah, definitely in the conversation. 9 wickets in the World Test Championship final is no mean feat. 240 for 3. Wow. So the bunks here at Lords, I don't see Lords 22.6% since 2015. 22.6% is what? When I said 22.6% is the bunks. Clearly it is lower than the rest, but exactly what? The hanger or what? I don't know. I don't know what they mean. 22.6. Starks bowls to Markram, who steered it down to the field and the cover boundary for 1 more. South Africa 241 for 3. Interestingly, Markram is in, somebody did say the zone. I think it was Envoy, our South African friend, but Markram, every delivery he faces, he's just pinging it for a singer. He's hardly facing any dot ball. He's not staying on strike, and Stubs need to follow suit. So there are 2 slip cover point, cover, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, a man on the long leg boundary and a man on the backward point boundary. Starks bowls to Stub down the leg side. He looks to pull, stifled appeal by Carey. No one else is interested. Carey is saying that he hears something. Cummins is desperate. Wow. So they are using up all their appeal here. They are using up all their review. Not appeal. You can appeal as many times. It's close to the gloves, This could be more interesting than we thought, It's very close to the gloves. Yes, Sicko. Oh, he's stranded. Oh, my Lord. Oh, he gone. Just kidding, envoy. I'm just teasing you, envoy. So only one review leave now for Australia. Desperate. And the Australian coaching staff is laughing, and the crowd is laughing. The Australian supporters are laughing. They must be saying, so what did you hear, Kerry? What did you hear? And Stark is saying that, yeah, I heard something. Kerry said, I don't know. Starks is saying, I hear something. Come and say, let's burn another one, man. Cummins not going to die wondering at all. Not going to. Starks to Stubbs, and Stubbs is bold. Oh, right through him. Stubbs bold, and Starks struck, and South Africa is 241 for 4. Ha ha ha! Match on. South Africa 241 for 4. Right through him. That one went right through Stubbs. He bowled him down. Caught on the crease. The ball nicked back. Want to see the replay. Lovely bowling by mid-star. And is there another twist? Is there another twist? Wow. Is South Africa going to collapse this morning? I'm so happy I'm doing this watch along, you know. Because if they collapse, what a good thing it will do. Wow. Wow. Right through him. So in come Bedingham, and Bedingham is going to play shots. He's not going to stick around. He's going to play shots surely. 241 for 4. Match on. So I got to read some very interesting comments here. So SOS Music Label so that he give our bowlers 8 out of 10. Sorry, it's Bavumia, said Leroy. You know us South African have hard problems. Excellent batting, said Leroy Williams. Our bowlers penetrate all bowling attack in Test cricket. This team loves giving us hard problems, said Envoy. Sorry, batting. Sheldon said, the reviews have done their jobs, putting doubt in South African minds. Starks to Bedingham. Bowls and he's beaten outside the half stump, and all of a sudden, this pitch looked very, very difficult to bat on. Is this 1992? The 23rd of April, 1992. Is this? Somebody needs to play some shots, though. And that's why you did not need to send Bedingham. You need to send somebody like Rabada, especially a left-hander. Cracking delivery that from Starks, you know, man. Cracking delivery. Starks to Bedingham and his defense solid to mid-off. That's not the length. You need to just pitch it up a little more Stark. But solid Bedingham. I want South Africa to win. I'm just... So Sheldon said, the review has done its job. Good morning, Jamor Small. I wish other persons who have just joined in the chat would have at least said good morning before they come here and try to be rude. I saw him getting rude from last night, you know, and he's on his final warning. Stark comes in now, bowls to Bedingham, who steered it away down towards third man. They run hard for one. Will they come back for two? No, Labachain prevented the two. So Bedingham is off the mark. 71 overs bowl, 242 for 4. They need a further 40 runs to win. I would definitely send some, especially the spinner is bowling. Is Ngidi a left-hander or a right-hander? I definitely know. You know what? Promote the number 11. Is Ngidi a number 11? Is a left-hander envoy? Because South Africa really need a left-hander to bat, you know. Really need a left-hander. Right-hander. He's a right-hander. Thank you very much. They need a left-hander to come to the crease and swing his bat. Block everything on the stump, and anything that is not on the stump, you swing and swing hard. Slip on a forward short leg. Lions bowls to Bedingham, who played it down the hand side of the pitch. No run. 242 for 4. Rabada is the only left-hander in the batting lineup. I'm a genius, you know. I would have sent Rabada, the left-hander, and tell him to go hard. Lions bowl to Bedingham, who turned this to mid-wicket, and there is no run. Because all the South African bowlers can just secure in a line because they are bowling to pure right-handers. And Rabada is not all that of a rabbit. Rabada can give you a good 13, 15, 18, or even 23. And he will give it to you in quick time. Lions bowls to Bedingham, who turned this to mid-wicket, and there is no run, you know. You know, so probably that's what they should do. But Lions is on the money here. Right on the money. As Australia, they're relentless. Comes in, bowls to Bedingham, deep in his crease. Watch it onto his bat. Play it where it is going. And that's where I said, play the ball where it is going. How many times you heard I tell the West Indian batsmen that? Look at this. Where the ball is going, look where Bedingham played. Where it is going. Lions bowl to Bedingham. He turns it to mid-wicket again, and there is no run. One delivery to go in over number 72. As the time pushed up to 11 minutes to 6 in Jamaica. Lions bowls to Bedingham. Is off the back foot. He clipped it to mid-wicket, and there is no run. Made over by Lions. 242 for 4 after 72. I just think that's the South Africans. They're a little of a sitting duck right now. And that is why I would have not only sent the left-handed Rabada, you know, but I would ask him to play a positive innings. Because Markram is turning over the strike nicely. He's hardly facing a dot ball. And that was Stubs' problem. He was chewing up too many dot balls. So the Australian will be saying 152 for 5. 152 for 5. That's what they'll be saying, you know. 152 for 5. Starks to Markram. And he drives through the covers. Stop, off, stop, and they will stay on 1. So Labachain there. Was that in the air? Was that a drop catch? I would have loved to see what a blinder Faf du Plessis took at mid-on last night. Was that a drop catch, Envoy? You said they called him Brian Charles Rabada. Guess what the South African nickname for Rabada batting is? Starks bowls to Bedingham, who steer this down to third man. It running out towards the boundary. Will it get there? No. The fielder from backward point came across and they're back for 3. Good running. Very, very good running, Markram. Very good running. 246 for 4. So that target now have gone down to 36 needed. He just steered it down to third man. And they came back for 3. Markram pushing here. Markram in the zone, you know. Markram really want to win this. That is cricket. That is desperate cricket. They called him Brian Charles Rabada Starks. Round the wicket. He's getting some reverse swing here now. He's up. He bowls to Bedingham, who turned this to mid-wicket. Another comfortable singer. 1 more to the total. 247 for 4. You know, he's definitely getting some reverse swing here. Markram, as I said, is rotating the strike. He's not being pinned down. And he's doing the right thing here, you know. So, South Africa inching ever so closer to that target. 15 more needed. 35 more needed. Wow. Envoy, you must hear that. Yes. Yes. Here comes Starks. He comes in both to Bedingham, full toss. He cannot get it away. He played it to mid-off and there's no run. Should have put that away. But Starks is getting some reverse swing. Envoy saying that Faf catch yesterday was insane. Yes, it was brilliant. He's almost 41. Yes, so Faf du Plessis is almost 41. It was absolutely top jaw. He was at mid-off. The ball hit hard. And he took a few steps to his right and was parallel to the ground when he took the catch. One-handed. Full stretch. Magnificent, man. It was insane, as I said, Envoy. Stark comes in, bowls to Bedingham, looks to pull, taking on the pad, going over the top of the stump. You can burn your review, Australia. Really and truly, Stark. What, they're going at it? Oh, no. That ball is missing by a mile. But what happened? They have burned up all 3 review and none of them were close. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Insane reviewing by Australia. The ball may have hit him outside the line of the off stump too. Outside the line of the off stump. Insane. The coaching staff must be livid. Australia absolutely panicked and burned the 3 review for absolutely balls that clearly not hitting. Oh my Lord. I can understand the one with the gloves. No, sir. So that's it. Starks to Bedingham, who turned this away through mid-wicket. And the score remains at 247 for 4. Insane reviewing by Australia. Faf catching Kieran Pollard running. I don't know which was more impressive. No, man, the one last night was really impressive. Yes, Australia. That's desperation. That was same desperation we had in 2023. The feel that, yes, Australia feel that desperation. So 35 runs needed. They have chipped away this morning, though. They have chipped away because they have given up only 34 runs since man have gotten 2 wickets. but they have made this, they have shown that they are a world-class team. I would love to see the entire field. Markram again just steer this down to backward point on the boundary for a single. So when was the last time Markram faced a dot ball? Can someone tell me? Because just from memory and just from watching, it appears to me that he hasn't faced a dot ball for a very, very long time. Turn away to mid-wicket, and there is no run. Please show some love and click on that thumbs up button. If you're not seeing the thumbs up, just click off the live chat as I usually said. Milk them South Africa, said Jamor Small. Yes. So here's the field. There's a slip, and there's a forward short leg, a backward square leg, and there's a very short man under the bat at mid-wicket. Right beside the pitch, should say. I don't know what you call that. So very interesting field here. Forward short leg, backward square leg, a man right beside the pitch, halfway up the pitch, and then you have an orthodox mid-wicket. And then you have a deep mid-wicket on the boundary, and then you have a long on. Lions to Benningham off the back foot, he punches it to mid-off, and there is no run. 34 more needed by South Africa. They are 248 for 4 in over number 74 as we move up to 6 o'clock in Jamaica. We are on the stroke of 6 o'clock. Lions to Benningham off the back foot. He steered it away into the covers, and they will track a singer. The score goes up to 249 for 4. 73.5 overs have been bowled. Jamor said, milk them South Africa. Very interesting here. Envoy saying, Markram got your 150. You deserve it. Well, if Markram gets 150, South Africa will win because that will be 27 out of the 33. Lions to Markram, and he played this down to long on for a single. Mikel, check for me now. When was the last time Markram faced a dot ball? Because this is going a far, far way towards South Africa winning this match, He's just pinging it around for those singles in no rush. I'm almost certain that the last 6 deliveries that he faced, he scored off them. Almost sure. So good work here by Markram. Thank you for tuning in all the time. I appreciate you being here. Just checking on the live poll to see what it says. It says that it stays steady. 86% want South Africa to win. As a matter of fact, 86% said that South Africa will win. And we're happy to have our 2 South African friends here, Envoy, and there's another person from South Africa. His name is not coming to me right now. Markram is a great all-format batter, said Kenroy Smith. He's on 124, 250. South Africa for 4. Bedingham is on 5. Cummins is back into the attack. He's going to bowl 3 overs before lunch here now. Cummins to Markram, and Markram off the back foot again. Another single down to backward point. That is at least 7 consecutive. It's really close to 10, I wish someone could tell me because that is so important. 31 needed. Because I'm almost, the last 10 deliveries that Markram faced, where's Mikel Douglas when you need him? The last 10 deliveries that he faced, I'm almost sure that they have all gone for single. Comes in now, bowls to Bedingham, and he defends. Where Mikel is saying. Commentator just said it. In the last 6 over, he has just faced 7 balls and he scored 7 singles. That one just made 8. Thank you, Michael Douglas. Michael, when I told you that these commentators listen to me, you believe no? Because they heard me with it, and they get their statistician. They said to the producer, listen to this what idiot from Jamaica is saying. Check if he's making sense. And then, they came on the radio, they came on the TV, and make it sound like it was their idea. And you know what happened now? Because they said the next ball that Markram faces is going to be a dot ball. But you believe me now, Michael Douglas, that these commentators, they always listen to me. They are on YouTube listening to me. Somebody's monitoring whatsoever I said, because they know that I'm the best in the business, and they know that I said a lot of things that edify them. And they always want to be sound edificacious. Was a new word that teach. There's such a word, teach. Edificacious. Oh, wow. So Bedingham is on strike as Cummins comes in. Cummins comes in to Bedingham. Here is the Australian captain. 2 slips goes down. Over the wicket, both to Bedingham, solid in defense, played it to mid-off, and there is no run. 251 for 4. Markram lost that ball, was the end of the 68th over. He's on 125. Bedingham is on 5. South Africa 251 for 4. 251 for 4. So you believe me now, Michael Lewis, that they all have me, and somebody monitors me. The Cricket Forum is a worldwide station. And I remember when I was at the World Cup, so many persons from came up to me, and shake man and say, man, glad to meet you. It's a pleasure, and so many persons. So, it's a pleasure to meet you. So that's why I know that I am a worldwide channel. So many of them. One 251 for 4. 251 for 4. And Australia have used up all their review ridiculously. Cummins over the wicket, bowls to Bedingham, and Bedingham plays it to mid-on, and they get a singer. Well run. They push back the man on the boundary, and he inside edge it out to mid-on off the inner portion of the bat. So 30 now needed by South Africa. 30 now, and the banter hasn't started yet. Steve Russell. So here's what Steve Russell is saying, that self-praise is no recommendation. But, I'm not going to go into the psychology of the human mind and the positiveness that you should have about yourself and all of that. I won't go into that, because Steve Russell may never understand that. Lyons comes in, bowls to Bedingham, who strokes it to cover, and there is no run. But I would say to you, because this one is easier to understand. When you see advertisement on YouTube and so on, what are these companies talking about? Aren't they talking about how wonderful their products are, or how wonderful their service are? Isn't that praising themselves? As Bedingham turned this away down to 5 leg, I'm sure Markram will come back for 3. He's coming back. I told you he's coming back for 3. Well run, Markram. 27 now needed as Markram stretches back for 3. I know Bedingham turns that down to 5 leg. Stark has to give chase, and Markram was back for 3. Inside edge onto the pad, down towards 5 leg. Coming, and what's the young man name? Stark has to give chase. So Leroy Williams said good humor. Thank you very much. So Steve Russell, you can stay there. Don't promote yourself. And wait on others to promote you. You can stay there. Lions to Markram off the back foot. That is a getaway. Okay, he keeps the trend going. What an innings by Markram. The last person I saw play this innings was, I'm going to tell you, Shoaib Malik. He played it in a match for the Guyana Amazon Warriors against the Trinbago. Was it the Trinbago Night Riders or the Barbados Royal? I think it was a Barbados Royal. It was in the first qualifier of the CPL in 2021. And Shoaib Malik made 40 odd from 40 odd deliveries, 40 odd singers. Check it. That's how brilliant my memory is, Steve Russell. I guess I shouldn't say my memory is brilliant, Steve Russell, because it's self-praise. But you see, you don't have the capacity to remember those things. Steve Russell. Slip on a forward short leg. Lions bowls to Bedingham, who played it to mid-on. There's no run. End of Lions over. That's his 24th. None for 64. South Africa 257 for 4 after 76 overs. So, wait on others to promote you, Steve Russell. I want to tell you, the only time they will promote you is probably, let's not say that. But answer me, what those big companies does? When a lawyer come on TV or YouTube and tell you that he will win your case for you, you need to give him a call. What is he doing? Steve Russell. You realize you realize the level that my thought process are, Steve Russell. Cummins to Bedingham. He comes in both to Bedingham, and Bedingham steer this away into the covers. They'll go through for a quick singer and they get it comfortable. One more to the total. 258 now for 4. 24 needed. You know. And I think that the next 5 runs are going to be very, very important. So let's start do the player of the match, because clearly I can't do the player of the match, because if Australia win from here, it will be Rabad or Markram, If it would be a defining spell of bowling. Over the wicket. Comes in, bowls to Markram, and he drives again, another singer. One more. So that's one more to the total. Markram moves up to 127. Every now and then, Steve Russell getting a foul. I think Steve Russell was bringing South Africa. But he came on the channel this morning, didn't say good morning, and started with his rudeness, Well, it was a really, So, what did I do? Did I delete his comment, or did I put him on timeout? I hope I never delete the comment. I hope I put him on timeout. Only 23 more runs to go, said Envoy. Yeah, man, put him on timeout. Give him a break. Give him a break. Oh, you're still here, so I never put you on timeout. We delete your comment. Oh gosh. I think they put you on timeout, Steve Russell, but it's all right. You're still here. Driven down the ground magnificently by Bellingham. It's running out towards the boundary. It gets there now. It's below 20. The South Africans are pumping fists. I don't think South Africa can lose from here. South Africa, you hear it here first, are the 2025 World Test Champion. I am calling it. I am calling it. South Africa are the 2025 World Test Champion, and the giants of Test cricket have been tamed. I know. Here's Cummins. He comes in now. Ball to Bedingham. He's up. Ball to Bedingham. He whipped this away. Down back with a square leg for one more. 264 for 4. 19 more needed. Shouldn't it be 18 more? Oh, what a shot. Threw mid off. Yes, South Africa. At 6. Let's watch this delivery first. From Cummins to Markram, who I think have scored us off the last 10 deliveries that he has faced. Here is Cummins over the wicket. Ball to the South African opener who played this away into the covers, and the streak has been broken. 127 is better than 16. South Africa 264 for 4 after 76 overs. So the streak has been finally broken, and it take a brilliant bit of feeling from Labachane to break the streak. So at 14 minutes past 6 on June 24, sorry, I must go again. At 15 minutes past 6 Jamaica, Saturday morning, June 14th, in the year of our Lord 2025, I am telling everyone in the hearing of my voice that South Africa are the 2025 ICC World Test Champion. Congratulations to the people of South Africa. Congratulations to the South African cricket team for pulling this off. Well done, gentlemen. Well done. And the monkey of chokers are off their back. Lions bowls to Bedingham, who played it to mid-on, and there's no run. 264 for 4. So I can start the poll now on who is the man of the match. Yes, I can definitely start that poll now. Please remember to slash a like on the video and click on the subscribe button. Lions comes in, bowls to Bedingham off the back foot. He turns it to forward short like there's an appeal, not outside. They're going to check. Oh, so the umpires are going to check. So they are giving Australia another review. They think that Bedingham is out. They think that it comes off. Oh, very, very, this will be very interesting. But this always happens, he has to go. He's out. I bet you he's out. I bet you Bedingham is out. This have to happen to South Africa. This is what always happens to South Africa. He's on the back foot. He forces it. Oh, come on. Come on, Ed. Oh, come on, Ed. And the umpire's really looking at that a second time? Oh, that ball dropped a mile in front of the man's foot, and the umpires are looking at it a second time. Get out of here. Oh, Lord. Well done, though, Ed. I love these Australians, God, no, I love the way they play cricket. Not that I love them. I love the way they play cricket. I don't know anything about them to love them. I love the way they play cricket. They play it hard with a lot of intensity. You wish the West Indies players would play it with that intensity. Who is the player of the match? Bowls to Bedingham, who just ease this down to long on. Well, not really long on, but the mid on would what you say on the edge of the circle. So, and they get one more. So, 17 needed now. LMNOPQR. That one turns sharply and they appeal. They're appealing for everything. It's Markram, R-A-M, and Rabada. And so there it is. There it is for your opportunity to vote for your player of the match. South Africa can't lose from here. Turn away to Ed at forward shot leg under the bat. So there is it. Oh, I bet that's Envoy who voted. I'm sure that is Envoy who voted already. Yeah, so keep the vote coming in. We are on the verge of the monkey coming off their back. I think I did have. So these these are some of the dates when South Africa had choked in the past. Anyway, we will come back to that another time. But those are some of the dates when they have choked in the past. Let's Envoy say, happily this will revive Test cricket in our country. It would have already. Jabor Small is saying Rabada is the player of the match. Well, you can vote. You can definitely vote. Umpire call. Okay, cool. Yeah. $17 needed. Webster bowls to Bedingham, who forces it to mid-wicket, and there's no run. Bedingham is going to hit Webster for a 6 in this over. Oh Lord, it's a whole list of choking, said Envoy. Yes. So South Africa finally going to get the chokers off their back, said Mikel. Yes. I can't vote. I don't know who to pick, said Envoy. As Webster bowls to Bedingham, who played it back down the pitch, and there's no run. You know that Bedingham doesn't have a South Africa retainer contract? It still baffles me why not. But he doesn't have a retainer contract. Envoy said, bowlers win you tournament. I vote Rabada. Yeah, oh Lord. I got it, you know. Webster to Bedingham, he defends back down the pitch. He doesn't have a retainer contract. And it always baffled me why. But this win from South Africa, one of the things that I am telling all of you who are listening to me now, and those who will listen in the future, who will listen to this recording in the future, he cuts it away down to backward point for a single. 166 now for 4, 16 needed. Is that, I'm telling you, you will hear people, you will see many articles written by journalists from India, Australia, and England, driven off the up, down to backward point on the boundary for another run by Markram. 128 he hits. 267 now, 15 needed. You will hear many commentators from those 3 countries, many journalists, maybe even politicians you will hear, making comments to undermine this victory by South Africa. And we need to push back. We need to push back. The format of the World Test Championship was set by the big three. And they never expect this to happen. But you know what? We always hear that God nah sleep. And South Africa have delivered for the smaller nation. I sound like I'm preaching. Let her get out of that. Bedingham almost didn't play, by the way, said Envoy, and he played a good innings in the first innings. Bavuma, the most underrated captain, I'm happy he's about to give South Africa a win, said Sean Overcomer. And Bavuma really fought for his team. Here's Lions. He comes into Markram, and Markram swings this away down towards mid-wicket. And they go through for a singer. Oh. So 14 now needed. So Lions was in the zone. But it was probably just a little too full. Lions comes in now to Bedingham, and Bedingham turned this away to the man at backward square leg, and there is no run. 14 needed. 268 for 4. So Australia is going to take the new ball after these next 4 deliveries. Bedingham is forward. And I think, that's why Markram looked to hit a 6 off that delivery to get it down when the new ball comes. Because he said that if I get it to single fingers, who would you give the new ball? Let's start. Who would you give the new ball now? I'm giving it to Stark. As Bedingham is on the back foot, he played this out to cover, and there is no run. I'm giving it to Stark and Hazelwood. Stark and Hazelwood. So they're going to bowl 1 over with it before lunch. 1 over with it before lunch. As that one came off the tie pad, is appealing, not out, said the umpire. As Bedingham just got his wrist out of the way, allow it to hit him on the tie pad. Diving catch at forward short leg by head. They appeal, but the umpire not interested. Clearly got his bat out of the way. If the umpire had reviewed that, they wouldn't work their salary. Lions to Bedingham, and Bedingham turned this to mid-wicket, and there is no run. So new ball time, Mitchell Stark. He's going to bowl 1 over before lunch. Should they take lunch with South Africa just needing... Well, we don't know what they're going to need after this over. But with South Africa needing less than 15 runs to win, should they take lunch? There's a video I did of a live schoolboy match in Jamaica, and I always ask you to support schoolboy cricket in Jamaica, our live stream, because we have been streaming, and we are looking to get some more cameras and so on, and to able to employ professionals so that we can increase the quality of the stream. You know, we're looking to buy a camera that camera is running at about what? I think it will cost us somewhere about $4,000 the camera that we're looking to buy. Yeah, about $4,000 between purchasing the camera, shipping it, and clearing it at custom. Will go close to $4,000, and that will enable us to enhance our streaming. You know, so so we are asking for your support, and there's a link on the screen there. That same link is in the video description. So you can see just below the video. You just click on more. You'll see the link. Click on it and make your contribution. Azud bowls to Benningham, who whipped this away down to long on for 4. Pitched up, Markram should say, and he clipped it away. 10 runs now needed. Should they go for lunch? And yes, so please, I would really appreciate your kind assistance in assisting the cricket forum to get this camera. As I said, the link is in the video description. And all you have to do, just below the video, you'll see more. Click on more, and then you will see the link, and you can make your contribution. Every contribution is welcome, no matter how small it is. Persons have been contributing. I thank those persons. Please continue as we seek to get this camera. Azud to Benida, to Markram, and he played this away again through mid-wicket. It running out towards the boundary. They gone for 1. They come back for 2. They turn for 3. And 3 more. 7 runs needed now. 7 runs needed. So I'm talking about the schoolboy cricket. There was a match in this year's what? 25, 24, 23. In 2023, a schoolboy All-Ireland final. That means the Headley Cup winner, that the Headley Cup is played for among the rural parishes in Jamaica, high schools, boys in Jamaica. Starks, bowls, outside the Alstom, flash, misses, it goes through. So the Headley Cup is played for among rural high school boys in Jamaica, for those of you who are not living in Jamaica and not aware with it. And the boys that are living in the city, that in Kingston and St. Andrew, the corporate era, they play for the Grey Shield. So the rural champion usually play against the Grey Shield champion for the All-Ireland playoff. That is usually a 3-day match. And it was between Stets and Woolmers in 2023. And we were streaming that match live. Azud over the wicket, bowls to Benningham, who played it to mid-off, and there is no run. 7 needed. And at lunch, the scores were level. Woolmers batted first and made 161. And at lunch on day 3, because rain affected the match, Stets were 161 for 9. And the umpires took lunch. Yeah. Woolmers made 161 all out. Stets 161 for 9, and the umpires took lunch. Just couldn't believe. Forward and played it away out into the offside for another singer. 6 more needed now. So I say that to say, do you think the umpires are going to take lunch now? And Australia is going to say it's lunchtime, it's lunchtime. Lunchtime is not a... Lunchtime is a health issue where we need to be fed. Because if you're not eating on time, there can be all sorts of implications. Is that what the Australians are going to say? And very interesting. But please, though, your support in helping us to acquire this high-definition 4K camera would be more than welcome. No matter what's your contribution, the links is in the video description. Click on more. You will see the link. Click on the link. Make your donation, which will definitely improve the quality of our live stream. Let's watch now as Azud bowls to Benningham, and he whips this to mid-wicket. Has the catch been taken, or is it fielding? So they field here now. Good stop there on the bounce. Oh, he's out. Markram is out. Good catch by head. For a moment there, he's out. And he's getting a rounding applause. From the reaction from head, I never knew that they took the catch. As Markram was unable to see his team out home. Good catch there. And I just think that he just wanted to finish it before lunch, So it's 276 for 5, and they're not going to take lunch. They're going to finish the match. So this is a good decision to finish the match. So yeah, it's a good thing, and it's good for me too. So Envoy saying no. My TV gone blank. TV saying no signal. TV said no signal. Well, Jammer, good thing about it though, you are tuned into the cricket forum. But Markram, I think he just wanted to finish it. I think he ran out of patience. I think he had batted long enough. And I just think that he tried to finish it, I don't think that he knew that they weren't going to take lunch. And he wanted it to finish it before lunch. But it was a fine innings by Markram. Azewood with the new ball pitched up the Markram and he whips it to the fielder at mid-wicket. That's Ed, and Ed took a fine catch moving to his right. And he got a rousing applause off the field. Well played, Markram. And out come Verin. South Africa needing 6 to win. 5 wickets in hand. Wow. If I was a South African coach, I would say I want lunch. I want to calm down my team. Let's take lunch. Well played, Markram, said Envoy. Bring in Rabada, said Envoy. Yeah, yes. There's still hope here. Stark is now going to try and clean it up. The Australians are not giving up at all, 5 wickets to go. Stark is the man for a final. Wow. Stark is definitely the man for a final. Here is Starks. Over the wicket, balls to Benedam, who driven this to mid off, and there's no run. He hit that hard, He hit that very hard. So the link is in the video description. Please check out the link in the video description and support our drive to get a high definition camera to aid us in our live stream. And I think the cameras that we presently have that use in our doing our live stream are, you'd agree that it is good quality. I'm sure, Atina. But just imagine if we can get this camera to improve a live stream. It's all for the benefit of you, Benedam turn this to mid on, and they will go through for a quick single, shy at the stump, but I said shy without the fielder picking up. That's Cummins. 5 to win. That you. If you look at it and said, getting live cricket from the cricket forum, live stream cricket, a lot of cricket is going to come up now. You have the SDC, which has started. It's soon you'll reach the parish final stage, and I'm sure that you'd want to see some of those matches. The under 15 tournament in Jamaica coming up after that, and you have the Senior Cup T20 and so on. So there are a lot of matches coming up, and I'm sure you'd like to enjoy these matches. And Stark comes in, bowls to Vern, and he played it to mid on, and there's no run. That was zeroing on the stump, He played across his front pad there. It's 277 for 5. There's another factor about so, and just look at it and say that I'm paying a membership fee to the cricket forum for a month. That's my contribution towards getting this camera. Pay a membership fee. And that would be good. And that would be good, because you'd now be getting a lot of cricket just from that at a different level, And you'll definitely get more angles. Interestingly though, this 282 that South Africa is going to make to win Hedge, no. He chased a wide one. He chased a wide one. Envoy, your heart in your mouth there. So I'm going to check on the poll. This 282 that South Africa is going to chase to win. Interestingly, only one team have scored more than 282 to win a test match at Lords. One team. It happened in 1984. Only one team have done so. 1984 at Lords, only one team have done so. To score more runs than what South Africa is scoring. So here's Starks over the wicket. Ball to Vern, flashes outside the half stump. He's not mucking around. And Rabada must be saying, what the hell is he doing? What the F is he doing? So 77% of you have given it to Markram. And this is the best poll, because it's not a one or two person doing it, This is the best poll. 5 to win. Allowed. Stark is going to bring back this one, He's going to try to bowl in between bat and pad in this one. So just below the video, you will see more. Click on more, and you will see the link where you can make your donation. Choose whichever one suits you best. There are 2 links there. Starks comes up, bowls, and Vern play this away down to the field and the cover boundary. 4 to win. So 178 for 5 now. 4 to win. 75% of you say Markram. Please vote for your player of the match. It's now 75%. So Markram is getting more and more vote every moment. Rabada got 9 wickets in the match. Markram got a duck in the first innings. So it's very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. But the choice is yours. I wish West Indies have this Australia fighting spirit, said Jamor Small. Australia, your era's test dominance is over. Not true. I don't agree with that, Envoy. They are going to continue to dominate test cricket. It's just that we are very happy that South Africa is winning this. We are very extremely happy that South Africa is winning this match. Very, very happy for South Africa. No doubt about it. So there's one team. This one is whipped away into the onside down to fine leg for another single, 3 to win. There's one team that have ever scored more runs than what South Africa is scoring to win a test match at Lords. One team. 1984, one team. Any of you know which team is that? That one team that scored more than what South Africa is scoring here to win a test match at Lords. So this is the second highest ever run chase at Lords. So can you tell me how many was it that was chased down and which team chased it down? 1984. Azwood bowls to Bedingham, who steer this down to third man. They're going to run hard? No, they're going to stay on 1. So 2 more needed. 2 more needed. So this is a good day for test cricket, This is a very good day for test cricket. Envoy, you're always been here with us. And as a South African, I want to congratulate you, sir. You have supported West Indies cricket, and you have always been a member of this community. You need to share the channel with your friends in South Africa so that we have more South African tuning into the channel for these exciting watch-along. There are 2 slips a gully, backward point, cover mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket. And a man on the fine leg boundary. It's a 6-3 field. Azwood over the wicket, bowls to Vern, who played it to mid-off. And there is no runners coming, slide across the turf to prevent it from passing in. So Vern is on 2 from 6 deliveries. South Africa is on the verge of winning the 2025 World Test Championship. They did not play according to the script. They have upset the apple cart. The hierarchy have been humbled. Here is Hazlewood over the wicket, balls to Vern, who drives back to him, and there is no run. The score remains at 280 for 5. South Africa, 2 to come in the over. Vern is on 2. Bedingham is on 21. South Africa, 280 for 5. They don't like it. Many don't like it. The English will complain. The Australian will complain. You will hear many articles that want to discredit this performance by the South African. But history will have it written down. As the slips goes down, 3 of them, Azud over the wicket, bowls to Vern, and he defends down the half side of the pitch, and there is no run. What a day it is for Test cricket. What a match this has been. How they came to the crease. And they conquered. What a day. South Africans are rejoicing. The cricketing world are rejoicing. I believe that most persons that have watched this match are enjoying this. Hazlewood bowled to Vern and he played it to cover, and there's only one left for victory now. They are on the verge of winning here now. They are on the verge of winning. What a day. What a day this is for Test cricket. I am so glad that I'm here to witness this. Bavuma must be laughing. The South African must be laughing. Graham Simmet is clapping away. After all those choking, they have been called the perennial chokers. But today, they conquered. They got the monkey off their back. They have humbled the Iraqi, as I said. It's very interesting. They have tamed the giants. They have rewritten the dreams. Lords is humbled today. The balance have been broken. Destiny have been reversed. What a day this is for the history of cricket. Here is Mitchell Starc. The script have been flipped. Over the wicket, bowls to Vern and he guided to backward point and there is no run. South Africa came to Lords. They were much maligned. There was a time when money forced them to tour New Zealand without their best players in this Test Championship. Many from the big three will write and say many things to discredit them. But today, the script have been flipped. The elite have been exposed. Plans have been shattered. The plot spoils. Mitchell Starc over the wicket to Vern and he looked to scoop and there's a loud appeal from the keeper. But there's no review left. And they have to just turn and walk back to their mark. So let's watch now as we're going to watch this. Oh, he did get a gloves. I told you, they use up the review at the wrong time. They panic. This is Australia for you. They did it already in England. You remember that match that Steve Smith got knocked down in? And what's the left arm spinner for England name? Thorpe or Thorn? Here is Mitchell Starc. 2 slips, goes down. Full toss, played back to the bowler, and there is no run. Don't worry, umpire. They are the ones who burned their 3 reviews. They were the one who burned their 3 reviews when it was so innocuous, when it was so uncalled for. They were the one who burned it. South Africa are 281 for 5. There are 2 slips and a gully. So everyone is in the circle. 2 slips, a gully. backward point cover, mid off, mid on, mid wicket, backward square leg, Starks over the wicket. He bowls to Vern outside the half stump and he played it away down to the cover boundary for 4. That's it. South Africa have seen a shift in power. The throne was shaken today. The harder crush, the crown toppled, the empire fallen, the hierarchy humbled, the script has been flipped, the elite have been exposed, plans have been shattered, the plot spoiled, the agenda busted. Congratulations to South Africa and being crowned World Test Champion. South Africa have done it for the small nations like us. The big three have been humbled. They have been absolutely humbled. Their journalists and their supporters and their backroom staff and their well-wishers will try to demerit South Africa winning this match. But we must push back because they won it fairly and squarely. They won it playing the way that the big three have set it. Congratulations to South Africa. Congratulations and well done. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. I told you that I have to travel some distance now to a farm because I want to reach there by 9 o'clock. Just in case the rain stay away and the match start at 1 o'clock. So I'm going to get ready. I'm going to push out. Hopefully, I can reach the farm to start the match should rain stay away. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. See you at 9, as long as the rain stays away.